What's up, everybody? Welcome back into this channel. And today, guys, we are here once again, I think, for doing like the 1000th, you know, future of the channel videos. I feel like I've done so many that I am forgetting on how much I'm doing, which is crazy. But we're doing this because I haven't properly done it. I want to kind of make this video because of what my goal is. And I usually do it for the same reason. Yes, I know sometimes I have never actually lived up to it, or I've changed it because my mood or the ideas of what I want to do changed. But I have some Marvel Rivals gameplay in the back. I think these are some gameplays that I just don't think I ever released, so they're a bit old. But I kind of want to sit here and be able to kind of be able to talk without having to play. I feel like my biggest flaw is that I get too into the game sometimes I forget what I'm talking about. And so pretty much I'm going to talk about the future of the channel, what I want to do, and I say might, and that's a very big might, do a double upload today with some Marvel Rivals gameplay. Try to see if I can pull out a win and ranked, kind of get you guys some nice ranked gameplay. Um, This is technically ranked gameplay, but this is ranked gameplay from I think July of 2025. So this is like season 3 or 4, I think. Um, so kind of where my head's at. But I want to kind of start off with the future, the games I want to do in the channel. I think, like again, don't correct me if I'm wrong. I guess well you could. I don't really care if you do, but I think I did this at the beginning, talking about wanting to do Marvel Rivals content. But originally, it was strictly only on Twitch that was going to stream that, and that was still kind of like the plan. My issue is I've done YouTube streaming for so long. Like if you go back, like I've said this multiple times, you could go back really to, I probably could pull something up. I've been streaming games really since 2017, right? And I've always streamed on YouTube. Twitch, I didn't really know of Twitch until like 2018. And even then, I was like so big on wanting to do YouTube and grow my community on YouTube that I didn't really care for Twitch. But Twitch is ultimately the easier method when it comes to streaming games. And so the idea was I would stream on Twitch and then everything would be fine and kind of grow that community before I started regrowing that YouTube community. And the other thing would be like I could just multi-stream, that way I can do Twitch and YouTube at the same time. But that one does really require a lot of money. And I was just no, I'm not able to sit there and put that much money right now into streaming. Okay, this just it requires like I think if I wanted to do a year, it's like $200 a year, and for a month, that's like $25 a month. So I don't really have this money I can sit there and waste a month to do that. But what I'm trying to get at is the fact that going forward, I want to do still that Marvel Rivals content on YouTube and Twitch. The goal is to stream live on Twitch. Make sure it's the Twitch account that I want, right? If it's not, I'll have to switch it and change it. And that way I can upload either I can find ways to upload VOD reviews, or I can either stream. That's the thing. That's the thing that's hard is I can either screen record the full stream, which would be a very, very, very long stream recording, right? And then clip it to where it ends and then upload it on YouTube. But I also would do YouTube content, so get highlights or stuff, or do videos and try to do videos a week. But like I said, I still wanted to try to stream on YouTube too, so that like I could always change like no Twitch stream turn into a YouTube stream or something. But I've been wanting to do this because I've been getting back into Marvel Rivals for the past 2 weeks. Okay, if you guys know, I've been streaming Fortnite, and so I haven't really been posting a lot. of Marvel Rivals because of that. But I was playing it. I would play it like when the chance I do get. And so my biggest thing would be finding ways to bring in, uh, you know, the Marvel Rivals content back without feeling pressured to do it just because it's the only game I'm playing. Because it's reality. It's not. Like, reality, it's not. I'm still playing Fortnite. I'll get on Madden sometimes. I'll play 2K. It's not the only game I'm playing, but it's like one of my favorite games to play. I think I made a video talking about Marvel Rivals makes gaming fun, and it's to that point where it's still true. Like Fortnite, it's hard because not Fortnite. Oh my God, Marvel Rivals. It's hard because Marvel Rivals has had issues, right? Marvel Rivals has had issues recently, I should say, at maintaining its player base because the player base right now is divided, and it's not because the devs put it that way. It's the fact that things create chaos with players, with player like the character changes or changes to the game or not removing stuff, right? And it's really honestly been like that since the start. But even then, it's Overwatch has now kind of jumped back into the player base's eye, and I think my biggest thing is because of what Overwatch is doing right now and how successful they're being. In reality, to say this, they've kind of took the Marvel Rivals standpoint. So it's like you could definitely say the Marvel Rivals way is better than what Overwatch was doing. Because Overwatch wouldn't really release characters as much as like Rivals did. Like Rivals released like 2 characters a season. Right, and they first of all they started out with 32 characters. Then they would release the first season, season one released 4 with the Fantastic Four, and then after that it's really been 2 characters, and it's like they really have find ways to sit there and be successful about that, and the player base loved that, and so Overwatch saw that, and they finally are starting to take notice by releasing 5 characters in season one and releasing 3 of them off launch. And the biggest thing is that now Overwatch is getting back up there, so the rival player base has kind of shifted to Overwatch. But the biggest thing, and I say this again, is the player base has kind of dropped because of that, but it's because of the hate that the game gets right now that they kind of people stop looking at the game like the way it is. But it still has that fun factor, okay? Even with how what Overwatch is doing, Overwatch finally stepped up their game after 10 fucking years because of what Marvel Rivals was doing. It's not just their competitor, right? It was ultimately doomed to be honestly looking like their successor, like they were going to take over. But it's the fact that Marvel Rivals brought back the fun of gaming for a lot of people. It brought back the gaming for me back all the way back then when it released during a time where I was having a hard time playing games. It really was. Like I couldn't sit there and actually play a game because the fact that the issue that I would have would be it would be hard for me to sit there and say I stuck with the game and then kept it going, right? Like I would the only game I really could do that was Madden, right? That was the only game I was really putting in actual hours without giving up and stop playing the game for like 10 months. Like I was doing that with Fortnite, I was doing that with Apex, I was doing that with Call of Duty, right? But Rivals was the first game I actually got into that routine of actually getting on every day and putting in hours and getting better. And it made gaming fun. I was able to get my brother on it, one of my best friends on it. Okay. And because of that, it felt fun to play. And then even I took a break. I made a video about it too. I took a break from like I think April all the way to really honestly early July, and it was because I got burnt out. I was putting in like 3 months, getting home from work, hopping right on. When I wasn't working, I was playing. You know, like I was putting in so much time and effort at grinding competitive, right? And then putting in hours to get better that I honestly had a hard time managing it for the future. So I just got burnt out. I just started watching a show and I just got hooked to the show that I didn't care enough for the game, right? And then I got back and I played I think a good 2 months, and then I stopped playing because I think I got like I was getting ready to go to uh I think I was getting ready to go to a um Boston trip, and then because of that I stopped playing the game because when I got back, I was just once again hooked right into a TV show. But no matter what, the game has brought fun and enjoyment to my life that I keep going back to when I can sit there and play 3 months without actually getting bored, right? And I can honestly keep playing the game, right? Because I'm not I don't do what I used to do and sit there and put so much time and effort into the game every day. Like I sit there and I'm only really able to kind of put in a quote unquote like at most 4 days into a week on Rivals. And I know that's not like technically it's more like 3.5. I can put in like a Friday morning, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right? And then I would have to wait until that next really Friday, right? But because of that, the gaming it's able to be fun, and I'm able to sit there and play with my friends and actually enjoy that, right? And I think it makes things just easier for me, right? But because of that, and because how much fun I am, and because I still want to do YouTube and streaming and make this my full-time job, I'm not gonna give up on it, right? I'm gonna keep on playing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep making content for it. So the plan now is to stream on Twitch and do YouTube, right? Try to do YouTube if I'm not feeling up for a Twitch stream, switch to YouTube and kind of start streaming on YouTube. I feel like not all the time. I would try to grind as much ranked, but I kind of feel like I would let rank not be a stream day and just do Lord grinds on streams and leave the ranked gameplay just to videos, so I'm not messing up my ranked gameplay if I do end up streaming and start lagging. But then I'm able to kind of put in that time and effort that I've been wanting to do on ranked grind. I mean, Lord grinds, and I'm able to kind of sit there and do hit like pretty much two birds with one stone, right? And then it's not the only thing. I want to kind of also be able to do, you know, more Fortnite streams. Okay, so with that being like that, I've been wanting to do Fortnite streams because, like I said, I kind of been in the groove lately when it's come down to Fortnite streams, and I've been enjoying Fortnite, which is crazy for me to say. But that's not like the goal isn't just I don't want to be viewed as a dual streamer or just doing dual content. I still want my main content being for Marvel Rivals, but it being more of a help. Like, okay, I don't want to get burnt out right now with Marvel Rivals. I've put in some time and effort. I'm gonna go hop onto a Fortnite stream and kind of then keep doing that, right? Um, but it to not view it as the goal of I don't want to be viewing Fortnite as a second game to play for the channel. It's more of like I want to keep doing it because I still enjoy it, and it's one of the games I can sit there and be like, I could probably make content off, and it is one of the few games I can actually sit there and play on my PC. I love Marvel Rivals on PC. I've played it. It's just it sucks because I like competitive, and my brother doesn't have a PC, or my best friend doesn't have a PC, and so because of that I can't play competitive. I can only play quick play, and so it makes the process harder that I have to do Marvel Rivals on my PlayStation. But even then, I kind of prefer it. Marvel Rivals on PC. It's just dude, every team wants to throw. It's so fucking sad. And I kind of just like I think I was like gold, I think, like pretty much like a tier away from like plat on my console, and I decided like I just got my PC, so I was like, I'm gonna do Marvel Rivals only on my PC from now going forward. And then I think I was like silver, and I'm like, this fucking sucks. I don't think I finished a placement game because of just how bad the throwing was. I just was like, I love the game. I'm not liking what I'm going at right now. I think the process of going in and playing Marvel Rivals on my PC and getting a game thrown every single time and not ranking up, and instead of going to gold playing with my brother and my friend, having like go to I have like my team like to play, I was fine with, to be honest. So Fortnite's like that one game I can sit there and play on my PC, but like I said, I've enjoyed Fortnite. Like I've said this before. I think I've said this way too much. It's a lot harder, okay, to sit there and say that I haven't played Fortnite because I've said this so many times, to just go and look at my channel and you would see just so much content. Okay. You see so much content of just Fortnite, right? Of just streams back when it was like 2017. It was like I streamed that and did videos like that for like 2 years. And then I kind of swapped to a different game and kind of stopped. And then it became like I was viewing myself of wanting to get really good, and I couldn't sit there and run uh what's it called? The streams anymore because the fact that it was helping me lag, or kind of being a big cause of my lag. So I really wanted to swap over and do something different, um, and be able to kind of like have that option, to have myself get better. So when I did a video or did a stream again, I was really good because I was able to put that time and effort in. And because of that, I was in a way a bit excited to do that, and that didn't happen, of course. Like I kind of like a few seasons later, I did my Apex moving on video. Like I said, another video talk about the future. I've done so many of these, by the way. Right? I know this kind of feels one a bit out of pocket and just that doesn't fit right with like it's doesn't feel like it's all over the place, but like right now I'm rambling on about something I shouldn't be. But it's more like I've done so many of these videos that I know what I should be saying, and I feel like I've already said them before in terms of games, so I'm not trying to repeat myself. Uh, the thing is that I want Fortnite to be my go-to secondary game, while I do Marvel Rivals my first game, right? And it's like I said, like streaming on Twitch and YouTube. When I'm streaming, mostly would be probably Lord grinding, while videos would be my ranked highlights or ranked videos. So I'm not like having to deal with lag. I will be fine with lagging and quick play than anything. Or trying to figure out like probably learn some other things. I've never done like conquest, like Doom's conquest and stuff. But this way I can like do my Lord grinds. Like I said, knock out two birds with one stone. Like my biggest thing was I want to get my Lord grinds because like I have, I think I have Emma, Cloak, Scarlet, Luna, Strange, Bucky, Star-Lord, and Bucky and Star-Lord kind of like but yeah, White Fox. Um, I want to learn more Mag, of course, and that way I can sit there and kind of like get those lords on because those are the ones that like I've played with and have like I know Scarlet and Emma are my closest lords being captains, right? And I would have a DPS tank one. But I'm close, like I said, Luna. I'm close with like uh Cloak. So those are my two other support ones. Plus, I just started working on White Fox too. Like this way, I can learn more characters. So when people are being assholes and banning my invis for no reason, I gotta make a video on that. I swear, because that's really getting frustrating as well. But um, yeah, that's like one of the big things I want to do is have my Marvel Rivals being my main content with Fortnite as my sub content as like I'm not really feeling playing Marvel Rivals. I kind of just did like uh, two streams, or I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals lately. I'm going to do Fortnite, kind of like get pissed off at this game, so I'm not getting pissed off at Marvel Rivals. Right. Um, Other things I could possibly do, I will say these are like ones I don't mind doing. Like I did a book stream, kind of like doing a. This would be like done like I said on there. I'll do it on Twitch as well, and kind of just like do just chatting and stream my book. That way, I can start working on my book and kind of be able to stream that and kind of get people involved. And that way, I can also find ways to market my book too, um, and not feel like I'm not getting that done. Um, 'Cause that would be cool. Like I said, I've made a stream on it. It's more of a like video in my eyes, but it's a stream. And then switch over to doing that stream on Twitch. But like I've done like two other videos talking about the book and the plans. Now I'm like I've book two is already released. I know it seems more quicker because book one was released in October. It was released on my birthday. I did it that way so I can. I thought it would be very smart on my behalf to do it like that, where I can have Fortnite. I'm got Fortnite's on my mind right now. That way, I can have the book have my birthday as well. So there's two things to celebrate. But book two released on March 2nd. Um, the original plan I was gonna do for each book was to kind of release them on the birthdays of the friends that are in the book. Like I know Logan's, but his is actually coming up, so I can't do Logan's. Because the book two is already out. So I should have planned it that way, but I didn't. I have Michaela, I have my girlfriend, I have brother. So that would be a cool thing. That way each person could do that. But it would have been cooler is if I did book one on Michaela's birthday. Go read the book to find out. Book two on my birthday. That way I could do the on the birthdays of the people's who's the biggest I guess the biggest like character in that book for that book. Like that's their story and stuff, but I didn't do that. Anyways, I could do something like that too, where I can start doing that on Twitch as well if I don't want to do Marvel Rivals or I don't want to do Fortnite. Have that be the third sub genre thing. I just don't want to do variety games as much too. Like I want to be a Marvel Rivals content creator and streamer, and I want to play competitively. I want to be viewed as a competitive player, as a top player in the game. And if that's on console, that's on console. Like if my brother can never find a way to get a PC, I will do console gaming on Rivals for the rest of my life. If my brother and my friend can't get a PC, that's the way it is. They don't like my brother would probably be the easiest one to get it because he doesn't have to really worry about anything money wise. Isaac would. So, but as we are winding down, hope everyone has enjoyed. I mean that. I really want the I really want people to enjoy going forward. This way, people can start subscribing more and liking my content more, watching more of my videos. Instead of people really going to my old content. But if you guys enjoyed, though, drop a like and please subscribe. It would mean a lot. Uh, my Twitch is, of course, I think it's call me. No, it's Lord Duco. And then yeah, subscribe, follow on there, and I appreciate that, guys. I'll see you guys all next time too, and just be safe, really. Um, if not, go check out my socials too. My Instagram at call me Don, spaces extra E at the end. But yeah, guess I'll see you guys all later with a stream or video. Like I said, maybe not the stream today.